Yo, what's happening? You know who it is, your favorite person's favorite person. So glad you all are here with me right now, coming to you from the book of Stan. Hopefully you all can hear me okay. Feel free, wherever you're listening, to say hey in the comments so I know that you can hear me okay. And let me know on a scale from 1 to 10 how you're feeling. 1 feeling, I need more sleep. I want to start my day over. 10 being, Stan, I feel absolutely amazing. I'm so glad to be here with you. As you know, I say, I hope the sun is shining wherever you are. If it's not shining on the outside, I absolutely hope that it's shining on the inside, which is the most important side. Let's hop right into this. Yo, what's going on, Lemuel? Great to see you, man. Thanks for popping in. It's really important. I wanted to hop into this. I feel like it's an important topic of discussion. Again, from the book of Stan, I want to lead with completion is for everyone. Let me just say that again. Completion is for everyone. But you see, part of this title is really, really important to me. I even have some notes. Nick, feeling like a 10. I love it. Great to see you pop in, Nick. Thank you for being here. Always great to see you. Again, if you're wondering what people are saying, whenever you end up watching this, let me know how you're feeling on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 being, I need more sleep, Stan. I just want to start the day over again. 10 being, I feel amazing. I'm so glad to be here, alive, breathing, and well. Now, I'll just say there's a reason why I do that. Every presentation I give, no matter where I am, virtually or in person, I allow people an opportunity to check in with themselves. This is not just a speaker tip. I advise you to do this in any meeting that you lead or are a part of, any kind of get together. It is okay to ask people how they are feeling. Why? Because most people do not check in with themselves every single day. If you don't believe me, ask yourself right now if you've checked in with you, if you've looked in the mirror and said, how am I feeling today? And then begin to explore why you feel the way that you do. If you feel like you're a 1, then there's some reasons that you've arrived at that 1. If you're a 10, there's a reason that you arrived at that 10 because you may want to stay there in that realm. But we can't change anything if we don't know where the feeling came from. All right, so I just want to start with that. We can't, if we don't check in with ourselves, we can't do anything with how we feel in the first place. So I have some notes here. And again, I'm just going to say this again. You can earn a degree without mastering the content. Ooh, I said it. You can earn a degree without mastering the content. And the other point I want to drive home is completion is for everyone. I'm going to get into the nuts and bolts of this because this holds true in school and your business, whatever it is that you want to do or are trying to do, that you can earn a degree. Okay, you can without mastering the content. And I say this humbly but truthfully and with as much love in my heart as I can. Just about everyone I've ever met has met someone that completed something or that earned a degree. And then you're looking at that person like, how did they have it? They finished? They did something? Yeah, it happens. You've met someone that has a business. You're like, they have a business? They got promoted? Right? What that proves is there's a way to achieve. There's a number of different ways to achieve. There's not just one way. So I want you all to understand what that means. And now let me, in terms of, if you don't mind me doing this, is defining what earning a degree is. And this is not to minimize earning one, because guess what? I've earned degrees before. They don't define me, but I've earned them. I'll leave with that, because unfortunately, I feel like what has happened is people, despite disliking systems and inequity and inequality, people have now used degrees to separate themselves and create a different form of hierarchy, in some instances to make themselves feel better, sometimes just to straight be mean, or sometimes people aren't aware that happens all the time. But let me just let everyone know, ultimately, what earning a degree is, what it can mean, but beyond that, how it's misunderstood and what we can do about it. Okay, so earning a degree at worst, okay, learning a degree at worst is meeting the minimum requirement based on the school, teacher, and the massive content who are teaching you. Let me say that again. Earning a degree at minimum, at worst, is meeting the minimum requirement. I'm going somewhere with this. That means that someone who has earned a degree, myself included, whoever, if you're watching this and you have a degree, because you know this to be true in many cases, earning a degree means that you met the minimum requirement that you had to earn said degree, walk the stage, X, Y, Z, A, B, C. However, beyond that, we all know if you do not continue to master the content, if you don't attempt to master the content, you will be passed by. It's like being a master sprinter and never training. People will get faster than you. People who are working muscles that are important to them will get faster. That's in business, that's in education, that is in your field. It could quite possibly be the reason why other people may be getting promoted, may be getting raises, because they've mastered they continue to master the content in some way, shape, or form. And that might be as small as understanding how people work and move through their establishment. Absolutely. C's get degrees. But understand what I'm saying this, like the minimum requirement. Now, this is where I'm going with this, because quite possibly there are folks that did do just enough to get by to complete, because I believe that completion is for everyone. Opportunity is for everyone. It takes work and transparency right here, because most people aren't this transparent. For some people, that process is going to be harder for others. To me, a great misservice to entrepreneurs, to business owners, is saying, oh, I did it and you can do it too, and then dropping the mic. That's some of the most irresponsible leading and motivating one can ever do. Why? Because your circumstance could be different than someone else's. So full transparency, I let folks know, and you should too, that, hey, for someone else, based on your circumstance, situation, what you've been through, yes, success and opportunity and completion is for you too. However, it's possible that it's going to be more difficult. You may have more obstacles that you have to jump over, more hoops you have to jump through. Absolutely. It's kind of like in any great relationship or marriages or whatever, people hop into them with this whimsical thought of it will always be perfect and everything is easy. It is not. Anyone telling you that a meaningful, loving relationship is always easy, they're lying, or someone isn't happy and they don't know it. That's it. You can debate your shadow on that. Anyone telling you that any meaningful relationship is always easy is either lying or someone isn't happy and they don't know it, because it's going to take work and a level of mastery and open and regular communication. I'm just going to give you a short list of, again, what am I trying to say here? Careers that degrees can provide. Because outside of, let's say, these particular careers or degrees in the official sense, you also have to understand that there are folks who have completed things who are completely brilliant, who have mastered something, who don't necessarily have an official degree, a bachelor's, master's, and associate's, or what have you. There are folks who have completed tech school in some way, shape, or form, who know how to put vehicles, cars, trucks, planes, helicopters together, piece by piece. Because not only did they complete something, they continue to master it. You understand that? They continue to master it. Okay, here's a list of, let's say, people, just a short list of careers that degrees can get you to, and then I'll bring my point, and then we'll drive this in, wrap it into both, and drive this thing home. Again, teachers, doctors, attorneys, entrepreneurs, mechanics, what else? Again, sales. There are a number of things, a number of different things that degrees can get you. Psychologists, psychiatrists, all those things, those different kind of doctors, all those things. This is what people forget. Just because you've earned a degree doesn't mean you're the best or that you always know what you're talking about. That's just it. There are folks who've studied psychology, who have earned a degree in psychology, who, and I'll just speak for me, I don't want to speak for anyone else. I have interviewed hundreds of people, some regular civilians, some in the military, some other doctors and psychiatrists and psychologists. There are folks who've earned a degree in psychology who would then add, well, I have a degree in psychology, do you? No, but I've interviewed 100 times more people than you have and have learned from 200 times more people than you have about psychology. This is what I'm trying to tell you all, that earning a degree in whatever it is not enough, because you can earn a degree without mastering the content. Mastery is a consistent deal. It's like people who really feel like, oh, you speak? This is so. I'm not a doctor. I'm not an emergency room physician. I always admire them. You want to know in part why I admire them? Because I know that they've done 10,000 bazillion hours of what it is they do, that they have to do it at a high level, and they have to continue to be good at it, right? It's extremely difficult to be at the top of any industry. There are people, I'm at the top of my industry. I'm one of the best at what I do. And some people have the audacity to go, oh, I could do that. No, you can't. You can't. Full disclosure, folks, I know that I'm a hooper, okay, back in my day. I'm okay. I'm all right. Full disclosure, I've never played in the NBA. Never played in the NBA. And so now I even pull myself back from judgment. I know I have fun in some of the groups talking about like what NBA players are doing, how they're playing, oh, they're trash, right? All those kind of conversations. It happens because I'm not there, so I can say those things. I can have fun with it because that's all it is. Because you want to know what is true? I've been on the court with NBA players. I've played with NBA players in recreational games and in gyms. I can tell you what, nowhere close. I'm light years, like most people, light years away. Absolutely, in some circumstances, experiences supersede degrees. Absolutely. Someone who's shooting 10,000 shots a week or day crushed me 10 out of 10 times. That's why that experience is so important, because outside of skill, they have experience. As a speaker, outside of just flat out skill, which in part I feel like is in my DNA, I feel like it's my gift, what I'm born to do, I have experience. 10,000 plus hours, and then also helping other people improve. That's doctors, same thing. But in order to be good, you have to be willing to master it. Going in every single day and just being, or feeling like being is enough, it's quite simply not enough. We have to be willing to understand that we want to continue to prove, test, and be consistent. As I get out of here, I just want to drive this point home. Everyone likes the best. I think everyone likes the best, or they want the best as best they can. Sometimes they're patient for the best. Like most people aren't walking around with a flip phone unless they want one, unless that's by design. And phones aren't cheap. They're expensive, but they're important. So people find a way to pay for one. They're the best. You don't go to a doctor's office. You look at before you read the review, you check out the reviews. Is this person good? You vet them. What makes you think that people aren't vetting you? If in fact you want to be the best, want to strive, want to grow, want to develop, because if the truth is, a lot of people can get degrees, and we know it's the minimum requirements to attain is earning your degree. I did not graduate with straight A's. I did not. I am much better now than I was. I'm much smarter now than I was when I graduated with my bachelor's degree and my MBA. Much smarter now. Because I didn't just go, oh, well, I have a degree. So as I move on, I just want to let folks know who have a degree, who have a career, that just being in that career is not enough. Just being able to say, oh, I have said degree is not enough, especially as we move into this new normal. And I believe that there's going to be a bit of regression and then a newer normal where everyone won't have to have a degree. They'll just have to have the knowledge. I know so many people that are learning things from YouTube University. I admire that. I learned some things from YouTube University. So imagine someone developing a skill set that did not take the degree. You have an advantage, an official advantage, because degrees are recognized right now. Could that change? Absolutely. A lot of my clients that I speak for work in higher education. What many people will not say out loud, I feel like I have the opportunity to say from a higher ed standpoint, and working in higher education, in student activities and student affairs, there are people who are presidents or vice presidents of student affairs who never worked in student affairs. They exist. There are people who have much more. They have degrees directly related to student affairs and have to report to someone who's never worked in student affairs before. How frustrating is that? So we already know that we're heading in this direction. So what you must continue to do is master everything you're doing along the way, because your journey may be a little more difficult than someone else's. I took communications when I was in college. I did. And to this point, certainly the person that was teaching me public speaking and communication in college, I make more than them as a speaker. My degree is not in public speaking. There are people who have degrees in public speaking who are not the best at public speaking or comfortable or know how to make a living public speaking. I'm telling you that because when you take time to master what it is you want to be great at, you create opportunities for yourself that supersede someone else's expectation. As we move forward, something I want you all to leave with today, and make sure that you understand that your degree is amazing. It absolutely matters. At the end of the day, as things continue to evolve, if you do not evolve, if you do not master what it is that you want to be great at, someone will run past you. A couple of examples that maybe you have not thought of up to this point. Someone like Tony Robbins. Most people have heard of Tony Robbins before. Most people know who he is. He's a guru for all intents and purposes. Certainly, if you're looking to build your mindset, and from what I understand, Tony Robbins does not have a degree in psychology or is not a psychiatrist. He's always done an amazing job at connecting with the most brilliant people in the fields that he wants to help people with. And he's a go-to expert. Most people know who Tony Robbins is. This is a prime example. And if that happens, then it can happen in other fields too. Because the ultimate truth is your degree won't necessarily save you. It won't save you in many cases. Most people have a job in a different field than their degree in the first place. So even you may be excelling in an area that was not officially meant for you, unless, again, you're a teacher, doctor, lawyer, something like that was directly related. You got a degree because you wanted to teach. Boom. You wanted to go and be an attorney, so you went to law school. Boom. You wanted to be a doctor, so you went to medical school. Boom. Right? But even in those fields, the title alone doesn't mean that you're the best at it. And having conversations with physicians, They will tell you, hey, this is the kind of doctor that I am. If you want the best in this specific specialty, you go over there. This is me right here. Okay? So as we get out of here, I want to drive home again the original title of this, because I want not just to motivate, but inspire, but impress upon you the importance of mastering, because you can earn a degree without mastering the content. And in a world that's ever changing, that continues to evolve, more and more people are learning outside of the classroom. And if they're learning outside of the classroom, where do you think I think you should learn also? Outside of the classroom. That is where you will grow, develop, and help people know, like, and trust you to be able to elevate what it is that you want to do. I am 99.9% sure, the 0.01% of you might be lying, 99.9% sure that wherever you are right now is not necessarily where you want to be a year from now or 5 years from now. So that means today, begin the practice of mastering what it is that you want to be great at, because you're good at it. You've already proven that you have the ability to excel at it. So now you're just going to have to put in more work. Appreciate you so very much. Hope that you enjoyed this. If this was helpful to you in any way, shape, or form, feel free to share this or tag someone in the comment section so they can watch it. Because I feel like, hey, there's more than enough abundance, opportunity, wealth for everyone on planet Earth, happiness, you name it. There's more than enough for everyone. You just have to believe it. Like there's limiting beliefs, all that kind of, you have to believe that there's enough out there for you and everyone else. If ever you think small, you become small. So I'm saying that to drive home to you that there's more than enough out here for everyone. If you're at all interested in learning how to be a better public speaker, because still, present day, 98% of people are scared of public speaking or wish they could be better at it. Feel free to type "Speak to Me, Stan" in the comment section, and then I'll get you on the waiting list for my speaker certification program so that you can elevate your career, not just if you want to get paid to speak, but if you just want to evolve in your company, in your position where you are. Because if you can speak and communicate well, you can dominate any industry that you're in, My son is now in school, which many of you all know, and this will be ultimately for a different live, but I want to, a different presentation. I want to drive this home for you. One of the most frustrating things for him is when he's trying to communicate to me and I don't understand. I find there's nothing different from him at 2 years old than there is for someone who's 32, 42, 52, 62. They become frustrated because they cannot communicate and help people understand what it is they're trying to say. To master it, you have to work at it. You have to develop it. And being able to speak and communicate clearly is a key to not just opportunity, but peace. It's nothing more frustrating than not being able to communicate your point in a way where people can pick up what you're putting down. Hope you have a great day. Continue to understand that you're good, you're great, you're worth it. 365 and 1/4 days a year. That what's most important is you don't have to be perfect. You just got to be willing to make some progress, because effort on fire beats knowledge on ice. This is Stan Pearson II. You heard it here first, y'all. Peace.